Remember the 5th of November. And if there's anyone in our audience who knows the meaning of this, feel free to comment below and enlighten us all. Anyways, welcome back everybody to Altcoin Daily. Here at Altcoin Daily, you subscribe for our daily videos on everything going on in the cryptocurrency space. Let's start the week off strong. Start the week off right. I want to cover the latest and greatest in cryptocurrency news of today, including news on IOTA, OmiseGO, Dash, Goldman Sachs, just the overall cryptocurrency market. So let's take a look, start things off taking a look at coinmarketcap.com just to get a snapshot of where we are today in history. And the overall market cap is still just above $200 billion. Seems like we've been at this spot for past 2 months at least. And of course we remember a time at all-time highs back in December and January where the overall market cap was at $800 billion. Well, now we are still at $200 billion. And it's the same story for Bitcoin. Seems like the past 2 months we've been hovering around $6,400 to $6,500. And even though we're seeing green on every single coin and token, at least the second on coinmarketcap.com, it's 1%, 2%. It's not a lot of change. And we can see that illustrated clearly on this chart. This is a 3-month chart for Bitcoin. And yes, it's been exactly 2 months since September 5th that we've been in this stagnant place, which is weird, right? I mean, it does not seem like a lot is happening. But I want to remind you of something. I want to remind you that adoption is happening all around us. And these news stories that I bring you every single day of the week, this is adoption, my friends. And sometimes when you're focused on day-to-day news, it's hard to see the bigger picture. I get that, but for those who subscribe to our channel and tune in every day, we show you every single day things are happening, whether it's partnerships being created, use cases being realized, user interfaces becoming easier, businesses getting involved, merchants getting involved, governments getting involved, big names in the industry admitting crypto has value. We show you this kind of stuff every single day, and I understand it's easy for all this daily news to get turned into white noise, but just know, one day you are going to wake up and you will realize just how different things are from a year ago. One day you're going to wake up and you're going to realize just how different things are from 5 years ago. In cryptocurrency, the weeks go by slow, but the months go by fast, and the years, they go by even faster. And I mean, the year is almost over, my friends. We are already in November, and yes, the prices are pretty stagnant. But think about this. Even the biggest bears out there, even the people saying Bitcoin's going to touch 4,000, Bitcoin's going to touch 5,000, even the biggest bears out there have to admit that eventually we will see another bull run. Eventually, Bitcoin's going to surpass its 2017 all-time highs, and eventually the whole cryptocurrency market will get a whole lot bigger. Even the biggest bears out there, they're still long-term bullish. That says something. We are on a slow-moving train that is chugging along, picking up speed, and we won't really be able to recognize just how far we've come until we can look back and see everything that's happened. Revolutionizing finance, revolutionizing technology, revolutionizing entire industries, changing the way people think and do things. All of this takes time, my friends. And think about this. I mean, even just changing the monetary system as we know it, that takes time as well, right? In the 16th century, it took 400 years for people to go from gold to paying for things with pieces of paper. 400 years for people to get used to paying with cash. In the 1950s, it took 30 to 50 years for people to get used to paying with credit cards, going from cash to credit. Hey, you know those pieces of paper that have the government seal on them? Well, now you're going to use pieces of plastic with a company logo. Hey, you'll get paid eventually. Don't worry. My point is all this takes time, so don't be discouraged. Am I using this time to accumulate? You're goddamn right I am. And when the bull run happens, I'm going to take profits. And then it's going to correct, and I'm going to reinvest into coins that I think have value. The coins I share with you all the time here at Altcoin Daily. Anyways, the future is bright. Let's get into some news. First piece of news. Investment banking giant Goldman Sachs has quietly begun signing up a limited number of customers for its yet-to-launch Bitcoin trading product. Citing a source familiar with the matter, The Block reports that the 149-year-old bulge bracket bank has onboarded a small number of clients to actively trade its derivatives, a cash-settled product that is comparable to a futures contract but does not trade on exchanges. Additionally, the bank continues to consider launching custody services for crypto assets. Then at the end of this article, it references how they're in the shadow of Bakkt. We know Bakkt, a crypto startup launched by the owners of the New York Stock Exchange, preparing to launch its first Bitcoin futures product, which is scheduled to begin trading on December 12th, pretty much a month from later this week. Bakkt's Bitcoin product will be physically settled, meaning that actual Bitcoins will change hands when the contracts expire. All of this exciting stuff. Next up, I thought this was really interesting. Are there any Dash fans out there? Dash launches text-based crypto payment service in Venezuela. So crypto product Dash has announced the launch of Dash Text, an SMS-based crypto transaction service for Venezuelan users, as it builds on its already strong presence in the crypto-dependent country. In an announcement released this week, the company said that Dash Text eliminates the need for Venezuelans to use or possess smartphones or internet. So you don't even need a smartphone anymore. All you need is a cell phone that is capable of texting. And Venezuelan users don't even need to possess smartphones or internet to carry out crypto transactions, which has historically been a significant barrier to adoption in the impoverished country suffering from hyperinflation. Driven by several months of hyperinflation, which has rendered the bolivar practically worthless, their dollar, Venezuelans have increasingly turned to cryptocurrencies as a solution, as has been illustrated by a series of well-publicized incidents. So this is very cool, right? According to the announcement, to get registered on Dash Text, users should send an SMS with the word Dash to 22625, followed by another SMS with the word Career, which will create their Dash wallet. Once this is done, users will be able to send and receive Dash seamlessly via SMS, which could potentially be huge for the sizable population of Venezuelans who use feature phones or lack reliable internet access. So, I mean, while the U.S. is still struggling to get its regulatory definitions in order for cryptocurrency, while we're still waiting for regulatory clarity in the U.S., countries who need it, like Venezuela, are doing big things. Next up, OmiseGO. The first OmiseGO dApp aims to disrupt traditional video games. So OmiseGO, its first dApp, is currently live on the Plasma testnet, a major step forward for OmiseGO. Numerous cryptocurrency ecosystems are competing for traction. Ethereum, Tron, Neo, EOS all have their own distributed application or dApps. That list can now be expanded upon with the addition of OmiseGO. Its first blockchain-based decentralized application goes by the name of PlasmaDog. This approach serves two significant, very specific purposes. First of all, it brings positive attention to OmiseGO's approach. The game will undoubtedly get some attention from enthusiasts. Gamification is an important step towards taking dApps into the mainstream, and we know that oftentimes technology, the way gets paved through games. So anyways, secondly, PlasmaDog showcases a critical scaling layer. OmiseGO's Plasma MVP is being developed on the Ethereum network. Although this game will not get the word Although this game will not get the world excited about OmiseGO, it marks an important milestone. Under the hood, it allows for true ownership of in-game assets. This would, in theory, allow users to buy and sell in-game items through decentralized marketplaces. A new gaming economy will be born. This reminds me of Wax or Decentraland. Any Wax fans out there? I'm looking at you, smooth operator. And finally, IOTA Foundation announces integration with Ledger hardware wallet for secure storage. So you know, what I use is a Ledger Nano S cold storage. And there are many good cold storage options out there. This is just one that I have. And IOTA now has a partnership, so you can store your IOTA on the Ledger cold storage unit. And that's it. I hope you found value in today's video. I'm going to leave links to all these articles in the description. Feel free to subscribe to our channel for daily crypto content. Something else I'm going to leave in the description is, it's called A Bullish Case for Bitcoin, and it's a 41-minute read. And this is just taking Bitcoin, every facet you could think of, and explaining why it could be a good investment. So if you want to really sit down and do some real research, this is a really good article to read. It's from the finance industry, from how monetary systems are created, all this stuff. It basically tells why Bitcoin is a good investment. So I like this. I'll leave it in the description. Anyways, see you all tomorrow.